In this lesson, let's learn how to draw proportional graphs with negative numbers. 比例のグラフのかき方、負の数。First, let's go over terminology. The point where the x-axis and the y-axis intersect is called the origin, O. Coordinates are the representation of a point by a pair of numbers, like 4, 3. There are x and y coordinates. The units on the x-axis represent the x-coordinate. In this example, the x-coordinate is 4. The units on the y-axis represent the y-coordinate. In this example, the y-coordinate is 3. Now let's draw a proportional graph. Proportional graphs have a straight line passing through the origin. Since a straight line is determined by 2 points, we can plot a proportional graph by finding the coordinates of a point other than the origin and drawing a line passing through the origin and that point. Next, let's find the coordinates of one point other than the origin. In this case, we're looking for a point whose x-coordinate and y-coordinate are both integers. In this example, since y equals negative 2x, if we plug in 1 into x, y equals negative 2, and both the x and y coordinates are integers. Finally, draw a straight line through the 2 points using our ruler. That concludes our graphing. Now let's do some practice. Press the pause button and try to solve the practice problem. Once you're finished, press the resume button and mark what you got correct. Now let's check our answers. The answer to number 1 is y equals negative x. The answer to number 2 is solved the same way as number 1. The answer is y equals negative 3x. Were you able to answer both questions correctly? Finally, let's review what we have learned. The point where the x-axis and the y-axis intersect is called the origin. Coordinates are the representation of a point by a pair of numbers. The units on the x-axis represent the x-coordinate. The units on the y-axis represent the y-coordinate. Proportional graphs have a straight line passing through the origin. We want to find a point where both x and y coordinates are integers. We draw a line between the 2 points with a ruler, and that concludes our graphing. That concludes this lesson.